What equipment do you need, and what else do you need to do YouTube videos? My friend Russ asked me to put together a shopping list of things that he should get if he's going to do YouTube videos. And really, there isn't too much that I would put on my recommended hardware list. I really enjoyed the setup that I had in Seattle with the television behind me, and I'll get that set up. I just haven't had time in the new space. But I did invest in a couple of things that make these videos work and be consistent and easy to shoot. Now, one of them is the Sunpack tripod, and this is a cheap tripod, and it weighs more than it ought to because it's all aluminum and plastic as opposed to one of the new carbon fiber ones. But it's in my home, it's never going to get moved, so it doesn't have to be lightweight. And this one is 61 inches tall, which is very important. I would have liked to actually have one that goes up to 65, if not higher. But the reason that you want a tripod that goes up so high is when I'm looking at the camera, it's like looking at a person. It's that kind of height that, you know, it's sitting at about 5'4". 61 inches is 5'1". There's, you know, the camera goes up just a little bit, so it's like talking to a person. And that helps me because I'm looking at you as though you're a person. But it also makes the videos look better because I'm not looking down at you and I'm not looking up at you. Down is usually the problem. So then when I look out over the thing, you don't like see up my nose or bad things like that, which is kind of important in looking professional. The other part of things that you need is a good light set. And the backdrop that includes a couple of the tripods and mounts for holding the muslin, along with the light set that I have, which I'll move into this shot, which includes the umbrellas so that you get the nice diffused lighting, came with it. And, you know, a set of the reflector umbrella and a set of the diffuser umbrella came with the setup for 120 bucks. So that's a pretty good deal. The tripod was, I believe, $30, and the mic for my camera was something like $45 or $50. And it works pretty well, even considering that I'm shooting in a vaulted ceiling room, so there ought to be a fair amount of echo. Because it's directional, it doesn't pick up a lot of that. And then I've just picked, you know, I've got a couple of cameras that I use, but the Canon T2i works really well for me. And the Casio Exelim that I'm shooting with right now, because I left my Canon at work, works really well. The other thing that I would say that is very important when you're working on shooting YouTube videos is to do a lot of them. Because you don't know what's going to take off or what's going to resonate with your audience, but also because you need the practice. So review absolutely everything you get. I mean, you've probably seen my Amazon YouTube videos where, oh, I just bought this on Amazon, here's what it is in a box. And I realize that's not the most exciting content, but it's exciting to the people that are interested in it. You know, the masses may not be interested, but I do really well on affiliate sales because I do the review and then link to the thing on Amazon, and someone says, hey, you know, I think maybe I should buy that thing. It makes a lot of sense. And when the thing sucks, lots of times the companies contact me and say, hey, you tanked our product. And I say, yeah, it kind of sucked. And they will say, well, we've got a new version. Let me send it out to you and see what you think of that one. And then I look at it, and lots of times it sucks too. But doing the videos makes you better at doing the videos. And doing the videos helps you with your speech so that you're going to do better in life. I speak much better since I started doing YouTube videos. And I've started to look better since I started to do YouTube videos because I become aware of which outfits then when I shoot them on camera look awful. I know you're saying, oh, Brandon, you're in a gray Heather t-shirt. Well, I'm tired and it was a long day and I wanted to get some videos out because you know what? If I don't do at least 2 videos every week, then I worry that you'll all go away and unsubscribe to me and forget about me and I won't be relevant anymore. And you know, part of doing YouTube videos is about being famous, right? So I got to do videos so I can be famous. Lastly, the thing that I think that you need if you're going to do YouTube videos on a regular basis is I think that pretty much everybody should invest in taking some singing lessons. Not because you're going to be singing on YouTube, but because one of the hardest things for me in shooting YouTube videos in 1 or 2 takes was really getting the breathing right. Learning to breathe such that I didn't talk, and go or get out of breath during the middle of it. And doing the singing lessons really helped me learn to breathe with my diaphragm and not get huffy and puffy and not burp during the middle. Like, a lot of people early on in doing the YouTube stuff, you like talk, and then you get this like buildup of like stuff, and you just like blah in the middle of it. And you know, you'll see that in a lot of videos if you watch YouTube videos of people that aren't used to doing stuff that are then doing it in 1 take. And sure, you can do the Phil DeFranco thing where you talk, and then you do a cut, and you try and be in the same spot, but it doesn't quite work, so it's kind of like doing the Max Headroom thing of your head's here, and all of a sudden it just jumped, and you just keep talking. But I don't like to do that. I like the authenticity that comes from, I did an opening, I showed my opening graphics, and then I talk. Because I think that when I do edits, it kind of lends to, I didn't really know what I was doing. Maybe I fact-checked it. Maybe I got something wrong and I had to change it. But if I can do it in 1 take, I think it's much more authentic. And some of you may disagree, but that's what I think. In terms of the singing lessons, which I wandered off of because doing these in 1 take and such, I sometimes wander and come back and such like that. But the singing lessons, like I said, really about learning to breathe, but also learning to think on your feet. Playing with the lyrics of the song that you're singing so that you can walk around and just stick phrases into whatever the song is that you're singing helps a lot. It also helps with teaching your tongue to move the right way. Everybody should learn to try and do the I Am the Modern Major General. Gilbert and Sullivan's The Modern Major General song. I am the very model of a modern major general. In fact, you know, and it just goes on from there, and it's a bump, 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 bump type song. Is a great practice. And XKCD just did a comic about picking a college major that is sung to that. So there's different lyrics that you can play with. Learning to sing in Italian, especially if you don't speak Italian, can be pretty good because then you're memorizing things that don't mean anything to you. You know, I have no idea what vado ben spesso cangiato loco means. You know, it's pretty and it rolls off the tongue well, but I have no idea what that means. But it's an Italian operetta, and it teaches you, you know, by learning the whole song, you're committing, you know, 400 words of nonsense to memory, and that goes a long ways towards being able to read some facts or pre-read a script that somebody else has written or that you've written and saying it back on demand, you know, well performed. Lastly, it's about learning to use your voice and making it so that everything that you say isn't totally monotone. You know, a lot of boring videos are shot as though they were read by Ben Stein, and they're just nasally and monotone. And if you don't know who Ben Stein is, Ferris Bueller. He also had Ben Stein's Money, and he did the eye drop commercials for a while, but he's famous for having a nasally, monotone, boring voice. Anyway, you don't want to be him, even though he's made lots of money, so you might want to be him. But learning to control your voice helps with getting your words to sound more like Mr. Movie Voice rather than like Ben Stein. And one of the ways to do that is pick a song and learn it to the point that you can sing it in different styles, at different speeds and different pitches. So, you know, I like Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. But then you can sing it in, you know, a lower pitch. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Or at a faster, more staccato pitch. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness wakes and stirs imagination. Let the dream begin, let your darkest side give in to the power of the music that I write. for I compose the music of the night. And you don't even have to be singing necessarily perfectly in tune. It's really just about learning to do that inflection and changing the way your voice sounds, making things breathy. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Or, learn to sing the girl parts so that you can, angel of music, guide and guardian. And learning to control your voice and your breath and all of these things make you a better speaker. And being a better speaker will make you more successful on YouTube, but it will make you more successful in life. And then if you're more successful in life, maybe you don't have to rely on your YouTube money in order to pay the bills so that you can have a good job. Or maybe you can do both because you can have a good job and then you come home on the weekend to make YouTube videos and have even more money and be building up a content empire and be building up your fame. And using your fame, you can get a better job so that you can make even more money so you can make better YouTube videos and get better stuff to do better reviews of stuff so that you can get more traffic from the better stuff that you're buying in order to get better reviews. And eventually it just snowballs and snowballs and you are the next iJustine. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. She's now hosting some show for Ford, which is kind of cool. I'm kind of jealous, because she kind of just started from, hey, I got a really expensive phone bill, and it snowballed from there. If only I had girl parts, I would probably do much better on YouTube. But if you want to do well on YouTube, regardless of whether or not you have girl parts, about $200 worth of stuff in addition to the camera that you're going to use, probably all in, you can be at about $500 and have a very good setup. Spend a little bit of time either playing Rock Band or something else that's going to teach you to sing so that you can learn your breathing. A couple of lessons from an actual singing teacher or tutor, either one, will help a lot. But overall, really it's about practice, 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 just like anything else. Review absolutely everything, talk to absolutely everyone, and just be yourself. Only better.